So today we're going to brighten up this living area. So as you can see, we've got a TV, a lot of space, a lot of white walls. So what a better thing to do than to add some color and something called immersion. So today we're going to use this Govee, and this is called the Govee Immersion Kit. And in here is some LEDs, a controller, and also some light bars. We'll fix these to the TV and around the sides. And in addition to that, we are going to add in 2 LED light bulbs, and these will be used to add even more immersion into the space. Sit back, chill, and check us out.
Flux. Automate.
So here we have it. We have the Govee Immersion Kit set up, and as you can see, everything's nice and bright, colors are changing as they should do. Now, it's a real great product for someone just entering into the market. And if you want something really quick and easy at a good price to install, this is the one to choose. Some of the great things that come along with this is the fact that you can connect it to your automation within your house. So you have the option of connecting it by Bluetooth or on your Wi-Fi. You can add this or connect it to your Google Hub or your Amazon Alexa. All this can be controlled within the app once you connect it and set it up. Now, with this kit, there's many different ways of actually setting up. You could have basically just the LEDs behind the TV, or you could get the extended kit that comes along with the sidebars. And on top of that, you can go out and buy additional light bulbs. The additional light bulbs add extra immersion into the space. So it's not just the TV that's lit up and around the sides, but also the rest of the room. You have the ability of adding up to 20 different light bulbs in different parts of the room, adding a whole room of immersion, not just around the television. Govee have also upgraded their app, adding an additional tab now called Highlight. In Highlight, it gives you more experimental new developments coming from Govee. It's currently in a beta state, so as time goes on, you'll see more improvements and more functionality adding to what you've just bought. So as you can see me sitting here right now, the room is very, very colorful with loads of different lights going on. But you have the ability to change the mood and the feeling as you feel. Accessing the app allows you to dial in the different saturations and brightnesses of the lights within your room. You also can set it to have it for a movie or a game environment. In addition to those multicolored environments that it creates, you can also set it to have a nice, calming and relaxing environment for when you're just chilled out and you're not actually watching the television. You also have the ability to connect this to the music that's playing in your environment. Now, this is all built into the unit itself, no additional applications needed, and can work from the music on your phone or from the room sounds. Watching movies using this Govee immersion adds so much extra immersion into the film that you're watching. You feel more at one with what's going on the screen. Whether it's watching your favorite animated movies from Disney, watching your favorite Marvel comic, blow up things on the screen, or even getting down to some full hardcore gaming full of explosions and action. The Govee Immersion Kit takes you to a whole new experience, drawing you deeper into what you're watching. The setup of the kit is quite straightforward. Once you follow the steps and the guidance provided by Govee, you get into that environment very, very quickly. One of the areas that you may have to spend some time on is the calibration. Setting the camera at the right angle can take a little bit of time. In my experience, I tried to install the camera at the bottom because I thought that will be more pleasing to the eye in terms of looking at the screen while having this camera stuck to it. I find there was a lot of downsides in terms of the colors from the room would actually interfere with the camera and create unwanted colors on the screen. It was only by me taking the time to investigate what was happening that I found that putting the camera at the top was the best area to install. Additionally, having an additional light bars adds so much extra value to this package, but you also need to take into consideration that you have enough space at the side of your TV, or as I did, attach them to some mounted speakers. In addition to mounting them, you might find that the cable is a little bit short. Govee, please extend it for future customers of yours, because it'd be great if you could actually extend these light bars further out from where your TV is and make sure you can tuck it away neatly without it being seen. So some of the main things I really like about this setup is, one, the price. There's no other setup like this at this price range. It may seem quite low in terms of the other prices, but you're really getting good value for what you're paying for. Other devices such as this can cost you 2 times or 3 times more for the same effect. Only difference is it uses a video input from any of your devices rather than a camera. And that brings me to the second point. The fact that we're having a camera, anything on the screen will be used to display through the lights. No changing of different inputs from games being played on an Xbox or movies being played into the TV. Everything is managed from the screen, so there's no problems in switching from one input to another. You're still going to get that immersive experience. Having the ability to add more and more lights into your environment, for me, is such a great thumbs up. You can expand it way past any other kit that's out there on the market. The initial setup right out of the box is very, very easy. Everything just sticks into place. They even give you a video on the application showing you step by step how to do it. As I highlighted, you can add this to your hub, such as your Google Hub or your Alexa devices, but you don't actually have to, because you can connect to this device directly through your Bluetooth. You can control everything straight from your phone without a hub. The benefits to having a hub though is that you can add timers. You can also call out to your device to turn on the Govee, and you can also dim and brighten the light as you please and change the colors through using the app or using your voice, of course. So with all the great stuff that I said about the Govee Immersion kit, there are a few downsides. First thing is the lack of Z-Wave and Zigbee. But for those who don't know, it's a technology that allows you to connect to new generation hubs. Now, a lot of this isn't really out there as much for consumers at the moment, but to future-proof yourself, sometimes you want to make sure your devices have Zigbee or Z-Wave. Now, that will be a great addition that Govee could add in the future, but for right now, with the state of the market, it's still a great device to use and can always be connected to a Zigbee hub or a Z-Wave hub through Alexa or through a Google Hub. So for the light strips that go behind the TV, what Govee provides does the job. It may be a good thing if they could up the quality, probably add an additional price to it for people who want to choose the more expensive one, and have an option for people who just want the entry level. Now, sometimes the colors on the screen don't always represent themselves as they should do, and that can sometimes come down to the quality of the TV. The blacks that you have coming out of your TV can be tinged with a little bit of red, which can also add red colors to the output of the Govee Immersion kit. If you have a really high range TV that has really deep dark blacks, then you won't have this problem. It's not something that really pokes its head out, but for someone like me who's really detailed for every little thing, I can sometimes see it. But if you calibrate it the right way, you can get around it. You just need to take that little bit more time. And for my last point, I would say just this camera sticking at the top. Looks like a little bit of an antenna that you have on your TV, like back in the day. But after a while, you do get used to it. And I would say it's a small price to pay for the value that you're getting for this kit. So all in all, my final verdict on this Govee device is, if I was to give it marks out of 10, I'll give it an 8.5. There are many great things about this product, from its price, from its easy setup, for the way it produces the colors on the screen, but I would give it a few more points if the quality of the actual devices that are connected, especially the LED and the camera, were a little bit more better in quality. But that's something that Govee could improve in the future. But for now, the value for money from this kit is A1. So thanks for taking the time to check out my review on the Govee Immersion kit. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section and I will get back to you. Until next time, signing out.
Flux. Automate.